Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 2 pies from the Village PieMaker. We bought both of these at Aldi. They were $12.97 each. We have the limited edition pumpkin and the apple. So we figured we would try them both at the same time and just tell you our thoughts, which one we think is better, and go from there. So we'll talk more about them, of course, when we get over to the table, but we want to talk about how to bake them first. You keep them frozen. They're in the frozen section at Aldi, but you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Remove frozen pie from plastic and place on a baking sheet. Bake for approximately 75 to 90 minutes, and that's the same for both of them. Or until golden brown. Ovens vary, adjust cooking times as needed, ensure pie is cooked thoroughly, which I've never done that, but carefully remove pie from oven. It will be hot. Allow 1 hour to cool. Enjoy within 3 days of baking. Cover and refrigerate leftover pie. So basically you're gonna bake it for almost an hour and a half, and then you have to let it cool for an hour because it probably will be like lava. So I'll take these out of here for you. And we can, that wasn't, there we go. Look at it. Oh, okay, this has a ring around it. Okay.
Soon you take the ring off.
Yeah. I wonder if this is like one of those DiGiorno where it opens real easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they vacuum
one of those
it.
pizzas. I don't see it to where.
From that end? Can you not grab that end?
Oh, okay. Yep, you can. Look at that. Kevin saw it. Yeah. This is like one of those DiGiorno. So you just open it just like this. I like those kind of bags because they're just, it does make it a lot easier. Okay, and then you just take this out. And that's how it looks. It's in a pie tin. So I'm going to set it on, I have a cookie sheet right here. And now we'll do the same thing with the apple. Yep, same thing. Let's see, let me find, this might be it right here. Yeah, I guess this is it.
Just a little bitty part to grab.
Yeah, it's just, there we go. And you could probably do that on any corner. Ooh, this one has like a little dimple in the middle.
So let the steam out.
Yeah, okay. So take that off, and then this one's like crimped different on the edge, but I'm going to put this right here.
You might need 2 pans.
I might need 2 pans. I'll probably get 2 pans. I have some smaller pans, so I'll probably get 2 smaller pans and put them on there, just so when you see the pan, you'll know why I switch. But I'm going to put these in the oven for probably, I'll go for 80 minutes and then check on them, but I'll let you know the final time when we come back. So this is how the pies look. This is actually after a full 90 minutes. So I set my timer for 80 minutes and they didn't look brown enough on the top. So I set it for the additional 10 minutes and it looks perfect. And I am glad I put it on a cookie sheet because it does seep. It did seep out and drip a little bit on the side of the pan. But now I want to set another timer for an hour and let these settle, and we'll be back. This darkened up from the first time I showed you when it came out of the oven. Like within a half an hour of it cooling, it had darkened up a lot, which surprised me just because I did not expect that to happen. So I'm cutting it like I would any pie. So now we'll talk about the pie a little bit more. This says limited edition pumpkin, handmade goodness, homemade in your oven. The Village PieMaker kitchen is a place where made from scratch is the everyday standard, and crafting incredible desserts our passion. Every pie starts with carefully sourced ingredients that are prepared by mindful hands. You'll feel the warmth and care that goes into every flaky, buttery, hand-crimped pastry crust. Every pie is fresh, frozen, and ready for you to bake, share, and enjoy. These, it says produced by Village PieMaker in Omaha, Nebraska. There's supposed to be 10 servings. 10 servings, 1/10 of the pie is 280 calories. So I think
this would be like an eighth of one.
So this is rich, golden, delicious pumpkin with notes of warm spices and brown sugar. It is 2.5 pounds for the $12.97.
Good. It smells really good. The spices smell really nice.
I want some of that too. The crust. Kevin and I love the crust, so you have to try that part as well.
First of all, the pie itself is really nice. It's got a really good texture. It's creamy, kind of like a pumpkin pie should be. Nice spices, but not overwhelming spice, like not really super strong.
Exactly. So you can tell absolutely that it's a pumpkin pie, but there's not, they weren't heavy-handed on any specific nutmeg or cinnamon or, you know, none of the spices. They didn't go heavy-handed on any of those, so it just tastes like pumpkin pie,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's really nice. It has a nice pumpkin pie.
It tastes
pumpkin
more
flavor too.
It says pumpkin. I was gonna say it tastes like pumpkin and not necessarily pumpkin pie spice.
Yeah,
it
it does have those spices. It's
It
just not-
does, but it's mainly just pumpkin. That's
Yeah.
what the star of the show
We've
is.
had pumpkin pie spice that would like literally burn your throat. It was so strong.
Yes.
This is very, very nice, and the crust is really good too.
I agree. I agree. I like that one very much.
You
So
didn't eat the back. You,
I did. Well, I got plenty of crust. I got a thicker piece in the bag. You go ahead. So this, I'm sure, says the same thing. Yes, says the same thing. 1/10 of the pie is 340 calories. What was this one? 280. So we jumped up to 340.
doesn't
Wow.
surprise me. I like it. It says there's no canned stuff in both of these.
This, where does it say that?
On the back.
Oh, okay. This says an American classic using Granny Smith apple filling made in small batches. Yep, it does say no canned stuff.
The pumpkin said the same thing.
Okay, here we go.
It looks really good.
There's definitely, like, this is just apple.
Yeah, it comes to apple.
Okay, hold on.
Gotta get crust too though.
I know, that's what I meant.
I hear the apple, the crunch of the apple while you're eating it, which is good. You want a good kind of like crisp, crunchy apple.
That's what I'm wanting. Right
That's
there.
a good pie.
That is when I want an apple pie.
That reminds me, I don't mean this in a bad way to them, but that reminds me a lot of the Dutch apple pie that we buy at the supermarket. It's frozen. It's like this thick. Marie Calendar or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got a crumble on top. That's the only difference in it. The apples, I think, are better in this than that one.
That's
Because you get these like tart apples, and it's really good flavor. I love the crust with it too. It's very, very good.
I am impressed with that crust. The crust is thin and flaky on top. But the gel, the actual apple gel, is very, very sweet. And the apples are they're firm but not hard, and they're not mushy.
No. And they've got a little tartness to them. Just a little touch.
Easily sink your teeth into them.
Oh yeah, they're excellent. It's excellent texture,
They're
excellent
perfectly
flavor.
cooked. Yeah.
Good spices, good cinnamon spice. It's really nice.
Yeah, you do get cinnamon. You get apples and cinnamon, and that flaky crust. That's like a homemade pie crust.
Yeah, it's very, very good. But even buttery, flaky and buttery.
So this one does not say limited edition. However, we did buy these at Aldi. I had never seen them at Aldi. Now, if you shop at Aldi all the time, you may have seen them many times throughout the year, but this was the first time I had seen them. So the reason I'm saying that is because you probably will not see, after you see this video, you're probably not going to see them at Aldi until they bring them back the next time. But at least the pumpkin. But you might see the apple. I don't know. I don't know how often
Ours
Aldi
is a
gets
smaller Aldi too, so it's not like the freezer section's huge. It's just a one
it.
little
It is
small,
very small.
like chest freezer kind of in that section.
I agree.
It's not a huge Aldi, so maybe they don't get the regular things all the time. Maybe this is a regular thing in a bigger Aldi.
I would think
good.
though that this company would make all different.
Oh, you could
like,
probably order them online or something.
I mean, yeah, there's just no telling. It's www.villagepiemaker.com. So I'll have to go there and see what else they have because they
and
are
see if
both
they
delicious.
ship. They very well could ship around,
Yeah.
so you could just order one because they're both excellent.
Yes, they are.
The pumpkin
very
pie
good.
is not any better necessarily than what you could buy at like a bakery locally.
Right.
But it is very, very good. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Yes.
just saying if you were to want to order this online and ship it to you, I don't know that it's worth the paying for shipping for this.
Right.
But that is really, the apple pie is really, really
Yeah, I think you'll like the apple pie. I think you'll be impressed with it. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.